Hey guys, James here today, and welcome to another episode of The Sims 3 101. Today we're going to be looking at how to do a sloped driveway like I have on this little demonstration house here. I've just whipped this together so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about and what it can look like when you're done. I've done a few of these in my builds, and I always get the question, how do you make a sloped driveway? How do you put a driveway underneath a house? How do you do it like that? And as you can see, we've got our driveway sloping down very nicely, very evenly, all the way down the bottom to the underneath of this little demonstration house we've built here, which is pretty cool because what it means you can do is you can go into the basement, you can add some stairs going up into the rest of the house, and it's just kind of generally cool and a bit of fun to mess around with. And it's something different. So it's really easy to do. First, what we're going to want to do is just get our driveway flooring or whatever flooring we're going to use for our driveway and sort of just drag it out. It usually doesn't matter kind of what length you do it, but we'll try and just keep the same sort of length there. So that's pretty much what we need. How long is it actually? I'll just check. So it needs to be 10 squares long, our driveway, at least. You can obviously do it longer than that, but at least that long. Then we're going to go over here just behind it. We're going to get our stairs, and we're going to place 3 stairs in a row. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Now, what this has done is this has actually got the height or the depth of our basement. Well, it's not really a basement, but where our driveway or garage is going to be is probably a better word. So that's going to be the depth of our garage. That's where it's going to sit, because what happens is once we place walls down here, we can place a foundation next to the walls perfectly on the top level, and it all fits in nicely. Of course, if you go down a little further, you could make it a bit different. I won't go into that now. I'll go into that a bit later. I was going to explain something else, but I'll explain it later when we know what we're doing. So right, we got our driveway. If you press the G key or click on the little grid button down here, you can pop up the grid like that. This will just make it easier to see what we're working with. We're going to open up the cheat window and type in constrain floor elevation false and hit enter. Now we're going to go to our terrain tools and our lower terrain. We're going to get the smallest brush and make it as soft as it can be. Then we can go to one of the edges. Well, you don't have to go to one of the edges, but it's usually easier. If you go to one of the edges, click once and once only, you'll get a dip like that. If you click more than once or hold it down too long, you can sometimes get that. We don't want that, but of course you could make it that steep if you want, but we're going to have a nice gentle driveway, and it's going to be like that. So you just click it once. And if you watched the previous tutorial on how to use this little leveling tool, if we click in this corner up the top here, it will level from the bottom. So we're just going to level that out and drag it across the entire driveway so it all sinks down one. Then we're going to repeat the process until it's down the bottom. So we're just going to keep flattening and lowering. Flattening and lowering is the process. It's pretty straightforward once you know how to do it. It's not really a challenging task at all. One of the easier things to do with constrained floor elevation, that's for sure. I guess this is a good beginner's sort of tutorial on constrained floor elevation and what it's capable of. Obviously, this is just scratching the surface of what the cheat is capable of, which is pretty exciting stuff that you can do so much with it. We're coming to the end now, and you'll notice we won't have to click again because we've already got the level down here. So we just bring that back to there. Now you see we got this perfect driveway that slopes down at the same angle the whole way down, and we have nice 1 square flat area here where we can put the garage door. So we're just going to build the garage now. Let's just say drag it out like that. We're going to have walls. And what you'll notice is we got these big ditches either side of our garage, which we don't have on this one over here. And the way I've fixed that is we go and click on the foundation tool, and we just drag it next to the walls. Hang on, let me rotate so I can get this done properly. Like that, and it'll place in very nicely. You can do it on the other side as well, and round the back. Obviously leaving the front open so we can put a garage door in. We don't want to put foundation across the front. You'll notice that we do have these sort of steep walls next to the driveway, and you'll see I've sort of shown you what you can do with them. Obviously on this side, I've sort of flattened it out and smoothed it and tried to blend it in the terrain. On this side, I've done more of a retaining wall type of thing. So I've got like rocks there and a bit of foundation there with some plants sitting on top of it. That's just sort of some of the things you can do to sort of cover up these steep walls there. But we're going to grab our garage door and chuck it in the front. I've made the garage too wide, but that doesn't matter. You get the idea of how it works. So that's what you can do. That's how you can do a sloped driveway going into a garage. It's just that simple and that quick to do. And you're done. And we are done. And that was pretty damn easy, I would say anyways. And now that you know how to do it, I think you're probably going to say, hey, that is pretty damn easy. I thought it would be harder than that. But it really isn't. It's pretty easy. But thanks for watching this tutorial. I will see you next time and have a great day.